What's up, YouTube? Today I wanted to talk to you about why you should seek out strategic relationships. So, what are strategic relationships? Relationships based on honesty, character, value, progression, prosperity, support, loyalty. So, what do I mean by this? So, a lot of people have friendships or people, associates they know, and a lot of their friendships aren't really friendships. These individuals that you consider friends a lot of times are people that you're familiar with. You might have had something in common at one point, and you want to hold on to that out of comfort, having history, or you might like the individual. And nothing's wrong with individual friendships that have those components. The problem is, as you begin to self-develop and things get to change in your life, as far as for the better or for the worse, people begin to expose themselves. So what I'm saying to you is, we develop these friendships even from a childhood friendship, right? We might have played a sport together. We might have lived in the same neighborhood. We might have went to school together. We might have been in some type of event that we shared, and we developed a friendship behind that. As you get older, you start to look at it as far as, well, you decide you want to do something with your life, and this person is kind of like just going along with whatever the cards are dealt to them, meaning whatever opportunities, they're not even seeking opportunities. They're doing the bare minimum. But you might be the type of person that's creating opportunities. Eventually that relationship gonna become unbalanced, and that individual is gonna look at you as if you're a primary reflection of what they're not doing. Even though you might like a person, even though they might like you, it's just human nature to feel a certain kind of way when you're in a group around people that have this kind of mindset. You might have a good heart. You might feel as if you want to lift this person up. They don't see it that way. They're okay with where they're at, and they're not willing to do anything about it. They're just going off history of what the foundation of how you guys became friends. So now that you're making accomplishments in life, they're looking at you a certain kind of way as if you think you're better than them. And the whole time, it's not that you're better than them. You just want to do better. They're okay with mediocre. And nothing's wrong with a person that wants a mediocre life. I'm not going to sit here and say that you should not want a mediocre life. That's that person's choice. The problem is, as you begin to grow and self-develop, What direction is their relationship going to go into when they're standing still? A lot of people feel guilty for saying they're leaving people behind, but what if they become dead weight? Sometimes you got to leave friends behind. Doesn't mean you don't care about them. But if they're not trying to, if you two aren't growing together as friends, and this transcends past just friendships, it's in relationships as well, like romantic relationships. If two people aren't growing, they're dying. The relationship is dying. So what I mean by strategic relationships, right? Even as you elevate, you have a common purpose why you might build a relationship with a person. It could be business. It could be other things in common. But what other characteristics are there in place to even establish that? You might have one of those components, but the rest are missing. And strategically, you got to look at that. Why do I decide, and ask yourself, why would I decide to build a relationship with this individual? Let's say in business, right? You find a business partner and you decide to do business together. You don't want to force a relationship with a person like that. You prefer to just bring value to people like that. Now, the ideal relationship would be that they have character, they're honest. You can trust that this person's going to deliver. They want to bring. They want you two equally bring value to each other, and that's understood. But I hear this cliche today where people are telling people to you got to build relationships. But when people are building these relationships, they're not being authentic building these relationships. So you got to be honest with yourself. If you're approaching someone and you're planning to do business with them, right? You got to look at it from this standpoint. Okay, my goal is to do business with this person and achieve that goal, which means get the sale, move a transaction from A to B, get some other information from them, potentially find a way to bring them value. So when I say all of this, right? That could be your goal. That could be your goal towards this individual. But in the back of your mind, you're telling yourself, oh, I need to be their friend too. What if you guys don't really have a lot in common but that? Now, what you should look for is how this person does business. Are they honest with you? Will they deliver on what they're presenting to you? You don't have to make that business partner your best friend, is what everyone's trying to. I'm not going to say everyone, let me take that back. With some people I hear when they're giving advice about building relationships. Relationships should be based on being authentic, honesty, character. And if you can trust this individual. You feel like this person is trustworthy. And a person of value. You guys are equally bringing value to each other. Those things matter. And that transcends across everything. But what I'm trying to say here is that strategic relationship is strategically set up because you guys know why you guys are interacting. in the first place. Same reason for a romantic relationship, right? Can that person understand your needs and fulfill those needs without you continuously telling them? Do they actually want to contribute that to the relationship? Is that important to them just as well as it's important to you? And yes, people sometimes, that's the good thing about good, honest feedback. You can give a person constructive criticism and they're willing to listen to you. They respect your opinion enough to change certain things and see it from your perspective versus you beating them over the head over and over again. So I know I went off into different aspects of strategic relationships, but it all plays a part and comes together. So the more of the story of what I'm trying to say, family, is understand why you have certain people in your life. Understand why that you want to connect with certain people. And understand that it's a give and take. It shouldn't be one-sided. A lot of people will take from you, but they don't want to give back. And this is for the ones that see that happening and are frustrated. Just recognize you shouldn't be doing business with that person or interacting with them if it's that way. Whether it's in a romantic relationship or a business partner or a friendship. So, I just wanted to express that because I felt like someone needed to hear that. And I hope that message could help. So, that's all I got today, and I'll see you in the next one.